Evening, Kaira, and
Good
I'm
evening.
from BriBooks, and thank you for joining us for this uh, journey of sharing your writing experience on BriBooks. And
You're
please
welcome.
introduce yourself, Kaira.
Okay. I love art and crafts. Love it. I make my own comic strips. I make a lot of drawings, a lot of colorings, and yeah, I make a lot of art and crafts too. And it's kind of a habit. And to prove it, today night I was up late drawing. I don't know what I was doing drawing up late. I If you try drawing or coloring, it's satisfying. You can't stop them.
So correct. Coloring is a different world altogether. It helps you
Mm.
really, get very
Mm.
more creative. So is writing,
Yes.
and as I can see, your book title name is very, very interesting. It says Starry Eyed Trina.
Trina.
So, can you tell me, why this title? Why not something else for your book? What inspired you to have this title?
This what inspired it is because the character Trina, she's she loved space, its stars, constellations. So Starry Eyed Trina, it's in the title and in the book that she loves the space, the planets, the constellations, the stars, and all. She's very fond of them. That's why I named it Starry Eyed Trina.
Yeah, wow. And is it a pure imagination, or did you get influenced by somebody, maybe somebody who's very much interested in astronomy? Do you love to, know about stars and constellations? Because it's so well written, it seems that uh, you must be knowing a lot or reading a lot about stars and constellations. So please share something.
Mm, I do know a lot about stars, constellations, and planets. I know a little about them, but the thing is, once I remember it, and if I have to speak on it, I remember it, and then I just forget it. I don't like to remember again and again. I do that.
Okay. And how old are you, Kaira?
I'm 9 years old and I study in DPS.
Okay. So when you wrote this book and you shared it with your friends, what did they say? What was their reaction? Is it because this is your first book, right?
Yeah, most of them already knew as I talked to them, they already knew because before I had even published them, I had told them about that I was writing my own book. I had already told them to
Mhm.
spread it out
Mhm. So they knew
before
that you're
I.
writing your book on BriBooks, and how much time did you take in completing this book, and how did the platform help you doing that? What was your experience writing on BriBooks, or you know, uh, to be precise?
This took so many days. It took about 2 3 weeks, and rebooks also helped me a lot in my grammar, vocabulary, and all of that because
So when you
I'm
say
not.
it helped you in grammar and vocabulary, what
Hmm,
exactly, how did it happen? I mean, because you were writing your book, so how did
hmm.
your vocabulary or your language skills improved while writing?
It's that the robot always used to come when I used to make some mistake with
Mhm.
grammar or spelling. So
Mhm.
that's how it improved my spelling.
Mhm.
The red color for the spelling and the blue color. for the grammar, so that's how I got to know
Mhm. So it
what's wrong, what's right.
so now I'm sure when you're writing some other book of yours, you have become more easy with your words and how to frame a
Yeah.
story much more smoothly. Uh,
Yes.
Although your book is very interesting to read, and it's a very beautifully written book because the transition of building the story during when you were building the story are very smooth, like you never feel there's a break in the story. So how come such a mature style of writing in such a young at such a young age? How have you developed it? Do you read books otherwise, or what do you do? How did you know how to write so well?
I read a lot of books. I have experience in reading really big fat books like this. Look
Okay,
at this.
okay,
I'm still reading this, but I I haven't given up. Like so many pages, 500 or 617.
oh my God,
So
that's quite a big book. So that's how because you read, so you're able to imagine and put things into words. Good.
mm,
Can you share something about your story, Starry Eyed? I mean, and I'll just share the book with you. Can you give us some understanding of the book and the best part in this book that
mm,
you like the most? Everybody
mm,
when they are
sure.
doing something of their own or they're creating, there's
Mm.
something that they really like when the whole process was being done. So can you share something about Starry Trina?
Um, I would say my favorite part of this book is once she finds out how to solve the problem, and
Mhm,
then she does solve it
mhm,
after a lot of hard work.
mhm,
And about this book, it's it took a lot of time, but still that
mhm.
that feeling comes when you write a book that takes so many days, but when you read it, you feel that you haven't written enough. That
Okay, okay.
I don't like that feeling, but
So you feel that it could have been more better, much more better than. Okay, so
but
in
still,
this book, there's this chapter 2 where you have mentioned about Miss Susie, who is very helpful. Um,
yeah,
how did you get this character? How did you imagine having a character like this in your book?
it was actually on my mom because she helps me with a lot of stuff in my studies, my drawings, and all.
Okay, so that you got inspiration from your mother to have this character in your book. And you have, I can see that, like you said, that you love to draw. You have used a custom image. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is Trina that you have illustrated.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
And I was reading, so this book has very cute incidences where she's trying to collect money to fulfill her dream to reach NASA Space Center, and
yeah.
how she's taking up different work uh, responsibilities so that she can collect money. So how did you get this idea of making lemonades and putting up the stall and generating money out of that?
Mm, I I didn't understand. Can you please repeat?
So when I was reading your book, so because Trina wants to go to space center, NASA Space Center, for that she needs to have some more money, right? So you have written that how she was, taking up different jobs at home also, so that she can collect some money out of it. But
Yeah.
the most wonderful idea there, which helped her, succeed in doing so, in completing her task, was where she starts making lemonades, different
Mm.
type of lemonades. So how did you get that idea? It's very interesting because the story was flowing in one direction where the child is
Mm.
trying to help mummy, and that's how she's thinking. And all of a sudden there was a idea that
Mm.
let's make lemonades and sell. So how did that idea came into your mind while writing?
It was because I also love lemonade, and in the summers my mom used to make a lot of lemonade and I
Mm-hmm.
used to really enjoy them. That's why I added that, because I'm really fond of lemonade.
Mm-hmm. So this is again, you something that you can relate with your personal experience. Kaira, do you read? Uh, yeah, you just shared that you read many books, and that's how that has helped you in writing a book. So, can you share that how it was easy for you to start the book? It took pretty long time for you to, about 3 weeks, you said, to get your complete book, published. So once you published it, and I'm sure you must have shared with your friends and your family, what was their reaction? How did your parents feel when you said, I've completed my book?
My family's reaction was very surprised and excited, and they were just so surprised. When my friends, not a lot of surprise reaction, because I had already told them before even publishing.
That you're writing a book. Okay.
Yeah.
And you wrote a book, published it, became an author, and then you had to kind of promote your book, right? So,
Yeah.
how is that? What is your learning? I mean, is it easy to write a book? Uh, Easy to sell a book, or it's enjoyable? What was your feeling?
It's enjoyable, but it also has its fair share of difficulties too,
Mhm,
with ideas, grammar,
mhm,
and vocabulary,
mhm,
new words, new ideas.
mhm.
Yeah.
And how did BriBooks platform uh, made it easy for you to write a book? What was there that supported you to,
Mm.
complete your book? Is there
Ye-
anything that you
Whenever
liked about the platform?
mm, that whenever you make a grammar mistake or spelling mistake, some kind of tiny robot comes in and tell you that this is wrong, this is th- and all. So
Mhm.
that kind of also helps me with vocabulary to think of new words
Mhm. And that's
and
how.
use them.
Mhm. So if you're given a chance again to write one more book or many more books, would you, go in and write over books? You found the platform interesting enough for your book writing journey? Any
Yeah,
difficulties? Please share. I mean, please share the things that you like about the platform, and please share the challenges that you have faced.
mm, the challenges were all of the pictures, putting in the pictures of the book. First,
So,
when I
are you talking about the customized images? Because I can see in your book you haven't used many images. One is
yeah,
one your own painting, and another one there's only one image. So,
yeah, that didn't. But that was a confusion because when we had booked the picture only, it came in all of the pages and we didn't know how to fix it. So we
Okay.
just published it. But once we saw that the picture only came in one page.
Okay. Okay.
That was not at all what we looked for.
Okay. So I'll speak to our tech team and see if we can help you to, refix some that part. I'll surely take a note of it and speak
Mhm.
about that. And tell me, Trina, it's a different name, So, uh, are you inspired with somebody in your family or your friend circle, or is it an imaginary character that you have, built to write a story?
It's actually based on one of my friends next door.
Mhm.
They're very similar,
Mhm.
the character and my friend. She
Mhm.
loves outdoors, the stars, planets, constellations, space, and
Mhm.
so does Trina.
Okay.
And this was also common with me, but the name is different.
Okay. Anything you felt after publishing you could have written more, or you could have,
Uh,
added something, or you could have deleted something. Any such feeling post publishing? I can't hear you. You have to be louder. I think your uh,
I can't hear you.
yeah. Now I can hear you. I think it's yeah. Now you can show.
Mhm.
You're showing something, Kaira.
Yeah.
Can you bring it in the center?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yes. So who is this?
This is a caricature of me.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And you feel that you should have used this post publishing.
Mm.
And there are two
Yeah.
little tiny birds behind your head in that
Mhm.
picture, and
Yeah.
that's very interesting. It seems that you like being around nature.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
do.
like to travel?
Yeah. But I would like to add one thing.
Mhm.
On weekends, me, my mom, my
Mhm.
dad, and my bua, we used to go to a forest nearby us called Sanjaywan, and we used to go for walks, admiring the beauty and getting a little exercise.
Okay,
We do it right now too, but not
not much.
actually very rarely.
Okay.
My birthday party was also hosted in Sanjaywan only.
Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. And
Mm-hmm.
what type of books, other than Harry Potter or the one you have written on, stars and constellations, what type of other books you like to read or you have in your mind to write?
I love this book to read, The Tales of the Beatles the Bard. Very interesting.
Okay.
But this is also from J.K. Rowling, so this doesn't really count. But I love this book a lot.
Okay.
My relative Bebu Jan had given it to me, and I really like reading it. And another book, it's about
Okay.
many girls
Good
who
night
had
stories for
accomplished
rebel girl.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So you,
Secret Seven, one I'm currently
yeah,
reading.
this is even my favorite. When I was a
Oh,
small child, I used to, I was in school, I started reading these books. And tell me, if, you know, uh, I'm sure it was uh, not just one day of work to think of a character like Trina and giving her that kind of storyline. Um, what was the first time when you thought of writing book on BriBooks? And you thought of a title first? Did you think of a title of the book first, or you had some story in mind and then you gave the title? How did the uh, you know
I had first the
experience
story in
happen?
mind.
Mhm,
'Cause I had the story in mind first, because,
mhm.
for example, if I write one title, but I just end up changing my mind and changing the book a little bit, so that's why I decided to like make the title at the end only.
Okay. So you started to write your story first, and then in the end, you decided for a title like this, which is very unique. Um,
Mm.
it's a beautiful, writing by you, and I am really amazed at your age. You're writing such a flawless uh, book, and the story is so interesting, full of different twists. And thank you, Kyra. It is really, really wonderful, to have you today and
Thank you.
share your experience about your book. Is there anything that you like to share with us, uh, or with your readers of the book, or you want to give any kind of, uh, you know, uh, you know,
Yes, there's one thing that once you start a book, you end it. You you read it and you complete it. Because if you just buy a book and you don't complete it, you'll miss out on a story. The end only tells if it's good or bad. And also, my dad gets a lot of books, but he never completes one. I don't know one book he's actually completed. So, and that's because he doesn't get many interesting books. Mostly, also, he doesn't also get very interesting books, just some business advice, and that he doesn't complete. So,
have you shared your book with him? Has he read your book, and did he read your book?
no, no, not yet. It's a surprise.
Okay.
I'm gonna show it to him and let him read later, and let's see if he actually completes that.
I'm sure he will. How is your, mother's reaction when you published your book and you got your first message of, that you are now, you become an author with BriBooks? What was the feeling?
She was very happy. She was so happy.
And
But
what was
she was
your
also,
feeling? What was
I
your
was very excited and happy, proud of myself. But then my mom had helped me with the typing because I'm a very slow typer. It takes a lot of time to type. That's why I prefer reading and writing.
Okay. I'm sure with practice and when you write more, you will overcome this part. Uh,
Yeah,
tell me one thing. What is the best part in the entire book
the best part.
that you want to share? Something that you really liked, or you had some kind of memory when while writing that part in the book.
I have two favorites. One was when she got the idea for the lemonade stand. Her lemonades were selling as hot cakes,
Mhm.
but and also once she had solved her problem and she could go to that NASA thing, the space station, and she could enjoy it. No worries left.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes, even I enjoyed I mean, I enjoyed throughout, but I really felt very excited when she's able to fulfill her, dream of visiting the space station. Uh, Tyra, thank you so much for
you're welcome.
today's conversation, and I wish you all the best for many, many more books, and hope to connect with you again once you write your another book. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
You too, dear. Thank you.